Yo guys, what up? What up? Sorry man, sorry guys. Let's get this party started. I know you guys were waiting on me, but man, Titan, Mig, Zielis, I'm so sorry guys. Little things kind of brought me back from doing what I need to do, you know. So let's get this party started here. Just a second, my friends, and we're gonna do the Mundo intro, and we're gonna do. Hey, okay, okay. Welcome, welcome to Mundo Madness Monday, and it is madness. So, Titans, Yali, Cinzy, hello there. Hello. So sorry, guys. Let me get some lights going. Man, I tell you what, you cannot edit life. You cannot edit life, my friends. So let me tell you, it has been crazy, crazy, crazy. Let's see. Is this thing gonna start or what? Oh my goodness, my lights are not even going on here. Jesus. All right. Well, my goodness. I tell you. Um, let's see. Man, I tell you. See, doesn't matter what it is, guys. You can't edit life, right? Ah, hallelujah! It came on. It came on. Yo, Suzu, we are heading the show tonight. Titan, yes, you guys, thank you so much for getting everything ready for me, man. So I got some new tech, guys. I got some new tech here. Hopefully, let me know, guys, in the comments right now. Let me know if you guys can hear me nice and clear and good with these new phone headphones on. Anthony was so gracious to send them to me for the show so that I would not be having such technical difficulties anymore. God, I love that guy, man. He's cool, man. Gotta love Space Windu, right? Man, I tell you, sounds good so far. Okay, great, man. Great, Z. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. So, yeah, man. Let me tell you, I started the show late tonight because my daughter got in from out of town, and she got in about 9:30, but we had to go pick her up and everything. And I'm so excited to have her back in town. She goes to school in Dallas, so um, I tell you, man, it does a daddy's heart good to, have a kid home, for a little while anyway, right? So yeah, man, I got home a little bit late, and I was all like looking at the time. I'm like, oh shoot. Well, we went over to my mother's as well, and my mother was having some truck vehicle problems, so I had to help her out with that real quick too before we got home with my daughter. And oh, look at the time. I was all like, oh crap, I'm like 5 minutes late. Like, oh dude. So I got here and I got in. Like, my goodness. Uncomfortably numb. Come on. Well, that's good, Z, that y'all still stayed here with me, man, and I'm so happy that you guys stuck around. Um, check the lyrics. Yo, what is up? I have to double check my lyrics. So tonight, man, we're gonna talk about what gets you guys excited in terms of Saber designs, right? Saber designs. That's another thing. Saber designs. What gets you really excited? Like when you are picking out the body, picking out the hilt. Are you picking out maybe bits and pieces from? Um, let's say you get the emitter from here, XYZ. Then you get the body from there. Let me know in the comments, guys. What parts are you excited to get? Are you excited to get like a whole hilt from a certain company? Are you excited to get pieces of the hilts that you can mix and match and make it your own custom? what gets you guys excited. So that's what we're gonna talk about tonight, right? For me, I'm not sure. I like buying parts from the custom Saber shop. Okay, um, and I can kind of fit this and fit that and make it a unique to myself, right? But then there's some other hilts in there that I know are kind of where everybody you can buy the hilt all together, right? All the parts are already included and everything like that. And it if it if that increases your happiness, to get the whole hilt in one shot, that's cool, right? Or otherwise. So that's what I'm trying to find out tonight from you guys is what's really getting your engines going when you are figuring out your hilt design. Okay, is it drawing the hilt design? Is it doing like Fusion 360 designing it? Uh, Aus Lemundo and Titan. You guys, you crack me up, dude. So that you know, everything really excites me. Honestly, everything really excites me about a new hilt or hilt design. I can't draw for shit. Okay, I cannot draw for shit. So even if I wanted to draw my own design, I couldn't. I really couldn't. And but I know people who can draw really well. So talking to them, I can talk to them and see if they can come up with something that I'm describing to them, so to speak, and see what they come up with. And if it's pretty close to what I'm thinking, hey, there it is right there, right? Now, on the other spectrum of that, there's it's always cool that you already see designs already built out. And for those people, and especially, I tell you what, Benji's, take on the Koran horn, the Caracas, I think it's called, Coracus. There you go. And man, it came out gorgeous, right? It came out gorgeous. So, you know, really, I really wish I could purchase it right now. Unfortunately, it's not in the budget at this moment in time. Hopefully, later on there'll be time to do that. Cindy, like all of it's personally except for painting, I can't paint for real. It's bad. I don't know about that, Cindy. I mean, you did a pretty good job on the holders, man. You know, you did a pretty good job there. Give yourself more credit, man. So that's another thing though. But as far as in terms of hilt design, are you going towards like the Sith look? Are you going towards the Jedi look? Are you going maybe in between, like for a gray Jedi or a dark Jedi, so to speak, type saber? What's your poison on hilts? I mean, that's the question of all questions, right? Sorry, my feed wasn't working. I'm here now. Titan, no worries, man. No worries, bro. I got in late, man. So my apologies to everybody. Like I said, my daughter came in, and so that took precedence over everything at this point in time. And family first, guys. Always remember that. But I take care of you guys too by being here Mundo Madness Monday. If I can't, I let you guys know, right? If it's an absolute can't, I'll let you guys know. But yeah, I did not want to go and not do Mundo Monday, even though today's a special day because my daughter's back in town. But I had time with her for a good almost an hour, so we're good there, and decided I'm gonna go ahead and do the show and everything, right? Do the show so we can have a lot of fun talking about sabers. So. Like I said, what's your poison on hilt designs? What gets you excited about the hilt designs? Now, are you designing your own hilts? Are you drawing out your own hilts? Or are you um, researching hilt companies for that particular designs that you're going for? What is your guilty pleasure on those kind of things? Titan says, your display case behind you looks good. Oh, thanks, Titan. Yeah, man. I can't wait. Actually, I petitioned Space to do a Graphics for me, man. So the Graphics is gonna go right up in there, dude. And that's gonna be the Graphics home right there. Yeah, and but I'm thinking of showcasing the Graphics in different areas too. It may be up right here where the blade is at times. So I'm thinking of showcasing different sabers in here. So I'll highlight the different sabers in here, and then of course right here as well, and then up here too. So uh, I'm probably gonna need to like pull these closer, either that or maybe put these back over here at one point in time so that they are in full view. And again, I could do this. You know what, guys? Now that I have this new tech and I am not bound by the phone, I can move around a little bit, right? So check this shit out. My apologies, right? So I'm going to bring these a little bit forward, and then I'm going to do this right here, and that should Ah, let's see. How does that look? Does that look give a little good right there? Now that light bulb up there, I'm gonna have to probably change, or like we saw in the last show, you know that the wife got me that little round light, LED lights. I could probably put one behind that and then see how that works out too, right? Let's see. Z says, since he maybe look into getting some inexpensive 3D printed hilts, unfinished and practice painting. Yeah, you know what, Z? That's an idea, man. That's a pretty cool idea, dude. Um, really cool. Uh, check it out. I also ended up get this. I've had this for a while. This box, right? And I was going through some ideas for. I think I got like a little walnut stain, or some kind of stain, and I'm gonna stain this, and eventually, do some stuff. But there you go. There's just the beginning of something right there, right? So I was working on this, like trying to get stuff kind of figured out with this box. So it's a great little box right here, man. And there's a lot of super potential for this piece right here to kind of go in with everything there. And of course, right here, of course, got the Vader's hilt, right? And this is a Master Replicas O3. And of course, it's all gutted out and everything right now, right? I mean, there's nothing in there. Um, eventually, I'll be working on that one. And I think I've been showing everybody. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Yeah. So I'm thinking that this is the chassis that's going to go in there into the Vaders, right? Got a spot for the crystal chamber right here, and then, but I got to figure out how I'm going to work everything into it. Right now, it's still a little too big for the hilt itself, but I'm still figuring stuff out for it, and I'm not sure if I want to put the what board I want to put in there for it just yet either. So. Um, a lot of different things going on, right? And of course, still working on the F-16 as well. So now with the F-16 though, I've got this far, right? I've got my buttons, I've got the pins, buttons are on there, so this part is good to go, right? So those are all set and done. And I love the shit out of this hilt, man. Um, to me, this speaks Scorpion to me right here, right? So the design, it's supposed to be the F-16, fighter jet, but to me, this kind of, if you kind of look at this, almost the tail of a scorpion, right? If you bend it up this way, I mean, it would look like the tail of a scorpion, so to speak, right? And you got the pinchers right here opening up like that. So, I would say this is a Mortal Kombat hilt, right? More or less, because it's black and gold, which was Scorpion's colors, right? And then later on, I'm hoping to get a second one and get that black and blue, which is Sub Zero's colors. But I want to get it painted, or you know, I want to get some kind of painting onto it that has the like frost, maybe some ice crystals or something like that around it, so that it'll represent Sub Zero, right? And I think those are going to be super phenomenal when I get them displayed together, and they'll be working together hopefully. Hmm, excuse me, guys. So, um, man, so yeah, there's just a lot of things going on, and I'm still even working on the PVC hilt, right? Got that set in right there. And oddly enough, and I need to get another chassis that will fit this, because oddly enough, the chassis that I got for the F-16 from Smugglers, right? The chassis from the Smugglers for the F-16 actually fits really well in here. So I'm gonna need to get another one printed out like this so that I can put it into this hilt. Man, I mean, it fits so perfect in there, right? So perfect. And I am like super stoked because, well, on this part right here, all this is pretty much sanded already, and this parts, these are all sanded right here, and all of this is pretty much sanded, so it's about ready for paint. Um, but I'm not sure if I want to do the paint or maybe do a vinyl wrap on it. Uh, there's just so many things going through my head as far as design wise that I can't just commit to something, one thing right now. So, what do you guys got going on at the moment? I mean, I know Titan, you told me um you got one in the works right now, right? Z, what about you? You got one in the works right now? Is me then Jim, the Jimbo. Oh my gosh, it's been crazy, man. It's been crazy. So I got all these freaking projects, right? Trying to go and do it at one time, and it's killing me because if I just stick to one thing at one time, I think I could finish it a lot quicker. But then again, I'll get home so late at night, right? As he says, no Sabers currently in the works. Okay, okay. Yep, you gotta wait a while. Sometimes, we got to, man. I mean, we all have priorities first. That take that into consideration, and then go from there. Um, let's see. Okay, so we say, anybody. What is one of your all's fame? Let's see. I have a lot of repairs to do. Titan has a lot of repairs to do. So are these old Sabers, Titan, or are they kind of like fairly new, or you just want to update like certain things? What's going on with those hills? Are they like small repairs, like buttons, maybe um, redo a board, or maybe put a new board in? What do you have going on there as far as a lot of repair wise? Maybe putting new boards in each one of your old hilts. Um, doing the repairs. Like I'm actually well right now I'm doing repairs myself, buddy. So the CF10 that I had for the memory hilt, right? I'm actually rewiring the CFX because I think there were some wires that had the jackets pulled back a little bit. So I went ahead and did that. Um, do 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 do. So um, blown speaker and pin connectors. Okay, right on. See, um, I see a lot of that happening right now, Titan. I'm seeing quite a few people are having to repair speakers and pin connectors. Um, simply, I don't know because is it maybe too much power to certain things? I am not sure what. Well, I know with the speakers, you put it at a certain level, at a certain amount, right? Like some people put 1200 or something, depending on what board you're using, right? And I guess you go like too high up, not low enough or something like that, and you turn it on and you blow it like right off the bat, or sometimes does it get blown like maybe a couple of months later or something like that? Because you have to adjust the volume, right? And do you have you blown speakers just trying to adjust volume at the time you put them in, or are you having them blown out like later on? They're like, I want to just blow this one out and get a brand new one. uh, who knows, right? Let's see. Cindy says I'm working on a chassis for Saber Forge Cleric currently. Ooh, a cleric, huh? You know, that's interesting. It's interesting. Now, I have seen quite a few saber forges coming out from some people um secondhand, right? Um and I have to admit Saber Forge does have some pretty cool hilt designs. I just don't like the company themselves. Well, the owner and the company that treats people pretty badly. I mean, that's just not right. And I won't support that, but I do have to admit that they have some pretty cool hilt designs. Well, I only like one in particular, so um, I actually had gone to the website and did one of those ASP, build your own type thing, and I kind of liked it, man. I like that body that they have that's got the Jedi symbol on it, and there's a few other things. I think it was forget the name of that. Trying to think, what was the name of that? They don't sell too much of it anymore. The Prophecy Saber Forge. I mean, Ultra Sabers. The Venom, not the Venom. I think it's Venom, something like that. I can't remember. But Z says, flow and spin should not blow speakers. Yeah, no, you're right. It shouldn't, right? I think it's because I use my saber to flow and spin. Yeah, Titan, it shouldn't blow your speakers. Now, at the setting that you may have, if you have it like super high, possibly it could. I mean, but at the same time, I don't believe it should. All has to do with settings, man. Felicia, what up, Felicia? Felicia's in the house. Let's see here. Let's see here. I think, Mama. Let's see. Mm, oh, let me see. I'm checking something here. Feliz. Let's see. Oh my goodness gracious. I'm gonna have to check on this stuff right here because let's see. I am doing some banners and I'm looking. TK primitive. Let's see. Primo, the TK Rain,
There's the museum! Oh, we're almost there at last, at last! Somewhere over the rainbow. It's beautiful, isn't it? Just like I knew it would be.
and yeah, Felicia's in the house. Titan, I need to talk to Space and get you guys someone. We need to do some. I need to ask him and see if we can do some intros for you, Titan and Cindy. Get you guys some intros, man, so I can play the intros for you guys. Oh man, like I said, I'm gonna have to get a hold of Space and talk to him about that. We get some intros for Cindy and you, Titan, man, and we'll get those. And the more constant stuff we're gonna try to get. There's a lot of different shows that I had talked to him about that I want to get going on here and stuff like that. And I am so stoked that it's coming closer and closer to the time with Cal, right? I'm like super excited. So for Central Time, it's gonna be around noonish. So on probably Thursday or Friday, I will get a hold of Cal and check with him again just to make sure that everything's all good with time and the time that I'll be getting on is the time that he'll be able to come on and we will have that. So and I think who knows, maybe Space and um, Dave and a few other people maybe. Uh, I know, right, Felicia? Maybe a couple of guys will be on, and that while we're talking to Cal and stuff. Titan says I work out with my saber as though I'm fighting battles, so maybe I'm too aggressive. Well, Titan, I've actually wanted to start doing that myself. Unfortunately, none of my sabers are working at the moment, and as soon as I get one working, I plan on doing that. Actually, there's some good videos out there, and especially like Mike Starwalker, right? He's got some good workout videos with his sabers that you can follow along with, and you know, let's see. Z says I can see damaging blades that way, but not the internals. Yeah, I kind of agree with Z. I kind of agree with Z, but Z, you have to maybe he's got that setting so high that the reverb or something probably, knocks the shit out of it. Or it could be just non. What kind of Titan? What kind of speaker are you using? Are you using the ones from Smugglers? Because those I know are the best to have, man. Um, I don't think I'm gonna use any other speakers except for Smugglers from now on because after seeing the video that he did of the speakers and also hearing some of the speakers that I've gotten from Amazon and other places, and then his, it's like holy shit, right? Unbelievable, unbelievable. So I mean, makes a big difference. It may make a big difference in what you do. So, and then also again the settings as well. LGT from suppliers. Oh, you know what? Get one from Smugglers, dude, and put it in there. Get one from Smugglers and put it in there and see if that helps out a lot, right? Cause I guarantee you they are loud as shit, dude. They are loud. But make sure you keep an eye on your settings as well. Yes, an elite. Yeah, crank it up and forget about it. Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. That's actually that's. Let me see, dude. You know what? Where's my? And I do not have that. Actually, I do. I do. Cause the memory saber. I told y'all that I was upgrading it, right? So that was one of the upgrades. Is the SO speaker right here. So yep, got one right here in my memory hook. I just put that son of a bitch in, a couple of weeks ago. Yep, you haven't. I haven't installed better speakers in my savers. Go for it, Titan. You've got nothing to lose, dude. Yeah, there. You get what you pay for from smugglers, dude. As far as speaker wise, I guarantee you, you're not gonna be sorry about those speakers, dude. You're gonna see a hell of a difference. A hell of a difference, my friend. So I tell you, it'll be enough of a difference to get you excited, bro. It really will. I mean, look at Cindy and me. Like when I before I started having problems with my memory hilt again, and I tested that speaker out, I scared the shit out. I scared the shit out of myself because I wasn't expecting it to be that loud. I really did not expect to be that loud. Um, I was I was testing it out. I had put the battery on, right? And with the one that I had in there before, yeah, it was okay loud. It wasn't like super loud. It was just okay loud, and swinging it around was good. But there were certain fonts that you could barely hear it, right? And of course, I haven't tested this one out completely, but with uh, some of the fonts that I had on there that were kind of low with the other speaker, this one blew the shit out of that other speaker, man. I'm like, holy crap! Now I tell you, you will really get excited once you start utilizing those speakers, right? Utilize those speakers because definitely you're gonna end up um, you'll be happy, dude. I'll tell you what, you'll definitely be happy. Let's change the lighting up here. Let's go. You know what? Let's see what the strobe will do. Strobe ain't gonna do much, I don't think. Let's see. Eh, let's see here. We're gonna do fade. Let's see. Will fade work? Let's see if it'll start changing colors here in just a minute. And flash. Let's see. Hey, there we go. That'll work. Now, please tell me if you guys. I don't want anybody going to have any seizures or anything. So if you guys suffer from any of those, let me know. I'll turn this thing off. I'll just put it on subtle lighting. Subtle lighting. So, and I hope um, last night, Space and I had talked briefly, about the new tech that he sent me for the show. We were testing it out. So he tested out a mic, and I tested these out. And man, I tell you what, they both sound great together. So um, he's got that new mic that sounds pretty good, and he'll be doing his show from with that too. But we'll be on together too from time to time here and there. When he has time to be on because he's so super busy right now with all kinds of other projects, the comic book as well. And that's another thing. I'm gonna have to find some time to do Albatross Junction, live, and also work some different things out on the Mundo channel, right? At Mundo Cabrera 7007. So I need to build that my channel up pretty good and get some things going on that channel to so that I can do both channels, right? And the Mundo channel I think is gonna have like other thing, some Saber stuff, but um, I think I'm not sure where I want to go with the Mundo channel as far as different things, but I know I want it to have the same vibe as this channel here, where we're sitting. Like I said, I've always wanted people to feel that we're sitting across the table from each other, having a drink, having fun, kicking, just kicking the shit and just having a good time laughing and talking sabers and whatever else, right? I want that channel to have the same vibe. I want to have, that same kind of feel to it. And so, what I'm asking you guys is that, when I start building it up, and if you guys go over there, uh, give me some suggestions on what you guys want to talk about. Here I am talking about certain, content and everything, but I really enjoy what you guys want to talk about as well. Not just what, my title is, but if there's different things that you guys would like to talk about in terms of sabers or in terms of Star Wars, maybe, or maybe some shows, whatever have you will. I think that's one of the things with the Mundo show that I want to do is to make sure that I have a plethora and a all around type show too, right? So we can talk about anything you guys really want to talk about. Just no politics and bad shit. I want it to be a happy show, man, because we got too many bad things in the world, and we got too much people disagreeing with this and that. I want to have a show where we all agree with things, right? Yeah, I mean, if you don't agree, that's cool. I mean, it's cool. It's fun. It's nice, right? But be respectful. Disagree respectfully, right? Um, and don't get into it, because that's the thing is the shows that I'm doing, and I want to make sure that we are being positive. We are having, love on the channel. We're here supporting each other, for the love that we have of Star Wars, for the love of lightsaber hilts, lightsaber designs. It doesn't matter whether it's good, bad, or anything, I mean, because everything is cool, right? Everything is cool. I mean, we can even talk about movies. We could talk about different items, related to the Star Wars stuff, related to sabers, the blades. I mean, sound cards, um, the different components. We don't have to stick to just one, subject of, of that nature. So, um, I want to make sure that, everybody is heard as well. So, Titan Z, Cinzy, Felicia, and ooh, Felicia. By the way, thank you so much for the idea of getting the acid etchers and powder coaters and so forth like that. Yes, I am going to do a show on that, and I think that's going to be a great show as well. Now, I did reach out to Bad Batch etchers, and I have not gotten any response back just yet. I'm hoping, they'll get back with me soon and see if they're willing to come on the show. And I think that would be kind of cool. And then, of course, BK and I were talking that to do another font session, and the fonts. I think I'll have to title that, font makers of the round table. So I'll have, maybe one Sith, BK, K Sith, and I'll see if I can get like maybe four, maybe five, depending on how many people I can fit in. And if I can only fit four at a time, hey, that's okay. We'll start with four, and then I'll go to another four different ones, and we'll do several sessions of font makers and get, you know, behind of what's in their mind as far as font making goes and so forth. So those those are the avenues for the channel on which way we're headed with things. Um, now another thing is, what do you guys enjoy in terms of, when you're designing your hilt or when you're ordering your hilt, what you're looking at. Um, what do you enjoy about it, Titan, Cinzy? What do you guys enjoy in terms of looking at the hilts? Is it the design itself? It's the parts of the design? Is it the emitter? Is it the body? What speaks to you the loudest when you are actually looking into your hills? And I want to know this. See, I want to get inside y'all's heads, and I want to find out what brings you to a certain hilt design that catches your mind's eye, right? I mean, you see, like I said, do you see an emitter that catches your eye, and then from that point you see a body, or you say, "Oh man, I saw this emitter, but the body would, this type of body would look freaking sick on it," right? So there's all kinds of ways that we can get into that. And I want to get into y'all's heads, and I want to find out what gets y'all excited about the designing and the buying, and what brings you to a certain hilt. That's where I'm going with this channel. That's where I want to go for tonight's subject. Um, Getting into what the design process that you have. I know mine. Like I said, if I could get to draw and be able to draw and show people what my design or a design would be like of what I kind of thinking of, um, it would be freaking awesome, right? But I mean, I tell you what, I can't even draw stick figures without screwing that up. I like a saber that looks like it has a story or history to it. Okay, now in terms of history or story to it, is that in terms of like maybe a battle story, maybe a freshly built story, like they just came out with it in terms of like it's a new era, so there's a new hilt. It's never been battle tested or anything. Um, or maybe the story goes that you have one. Since he goes all of the above, it's like art. I like all hilts for different reasons, except for Palpatine's hilt. It looks like a bug. Oh man, Susie, I didn't even think about that, really. But that's funny. Honestly, I mean, that's cool though. That's cool, man. You see, that's what I like to hear though, because we get into stuff and the discussion is so great because I would just you get a sense of who people really are and who what they're all about in terms of certain things, right? Whether they like it weathered or not weathered. And see, Time goes, usually a weathered saber speaks to me. Great. See, and that's what it is. If a weathered speaks to you rather than a pristine, that's great. That's what gets your engine running for a specific hill, right? So here we go. All right, way to go, way to go. That's what I'm looking for. Now we're getting the ball really rolling here. Yeah. Yeah, Z goes, Palpatine Saber is a mockery of aristocratic status and his view of the Jedi Council, particularly Mace Windu. Yes, yes, true. Yeah, I agree with that, Z, because that's what they've said on a lot of stuff, and especially if you watch some of those YouTube Star Wars stories on some of the characters, they explain that kind of that it was a mockery of a lot of the Jedi Council and and he was throwing his weight around with it, so to speak. He didn't particularly care to use it at all because he was so powerful. He didn't really care to even use it unless he absolutely had to. And but in the in the movies that we saw him use it, he wanted to prove that how strong he was really because he had the saber and that he knew that he could use it and practically the only one. who could pretty much beat him were either Yoda or Mace Windu, right? And of course, you saw what happened to Mace and Yoda, in terms of the movies wise. So, but you know, for me, it, I would not mind like a half-weathered battle story saber, and which is the memory saber, right? Because my friend was always doing things that I mean, it was just never really. Philly, she goes, sorry, busy at work, awesome, with hopeful getting it on itching on. I love the amazing designs and they come up with. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, and Felicia, don't worry about it, Mama. You chime in when you have to. I totally get it. I totally understand that you're at work. Work comes first. So don't worry, no worries. We know you're here. We know you're listening. Chime in when you can. Get those rounds done, Mama. Get those rounds done. Um, and so, like what going back to the memory saber, and of course, like my friend was always doing something, getting into something, whatever. It didn't matter. He went in head first, diving in, try to get it figured out and do it right. So when building the memory saber, that's the kind of attitude that I had with that saber was get it built and get it done, head in, jump into it, not to take it slowly and run with it, and that um, and that's what came out with it. So it came out great. I wasn't expecting some technical difficulties with it this quick, but hey, that's from what I understand. That's saber building, right? You gotta have a few bumps in the road here and there. So luckily, I'm doing mine like at the very beginning. Hmm. To learn from and be better, to build my portfolio, so that later on I can do this, like when I retire from work or something. Right? I think acid etching is the next thing on my list to learn. That would be awesome, Cincy. That would be freaking awesome, dude. Felicia goes, and some weather has my heart, but I dig themed too. Predator by NGA and The Face Hugger by Solo. I'm on 80s. Yeah, I'm an 80s baby too. You know, and that was sick how he put that in there. The Face Hugger. That was sick. Yeah, etching. Absolutely, Titan. I've come. It's kind of growing on me, dude. At first, I kind of didn't jive with it at first. Um, Z really etching is pretty easy. Just takes time and care. Huh. Um, at first I didn't jive with the etching, and then I've seen some beautiful hilt designs come out with the etching and stuff. And of course, like Rob Petcow, Madcow. He's come out with some beautiful hilts with the etching, right? And so has Cal. Cal has come out with some really amazing etching stuff, and then of course Harris has come, and he has one of his hilts that was done by Bad Batch etching, and it came out fantastic. um, Sometimes I wish he was on here right now so he could show his saber on what they did, so that I could showcase that. Um, but he's doing the Jedi drummer thing, man. So, so Harris, if you're watching this later, man, love you, Jedi drummer, man. Keep it rocking, bro. Keep it rocking. Um, so, yeah, and to tell you that there's all kinds of things to get your engine running for sabers, and yeah, of course, it's a personal preference, right? Whether it be a weathered hilt, maybe slightly weathered, maybe pristine, uh, maybe it could be. Of course, it could be a long saber, it could be a staff saber, it could be really short, like a Yoda saber. So there's all kinds of initial ideas, if you will, for the hilt saber hilts and designs, right? and then of course I've seen some of those really scaled down lightsabers for sale. Uh, and those look amazing. Those really look cool. So if you got some, uh, like I would love to get a couple of those and have some Luke and Vader, figures with those, with the sabers crossed and put up here one day. Oh my God, I think that would just to be to die for, man. To have those two up here and with the sabers crossed. Um, I think that would be so amazing for this channel to have them displayed like that. And like I said, eventually, this entertainment center here also is probably I don't know how long I'll keep it, but it's going to be here for a good while. What I plan on doing is maybe having some built-ins up here where I can kind of move around a little bit. I'm kind of toying with some designs as well where if you see these back here behind me, right, and they're going to be up on the wall, but I want to have them where I can kind of open them up, uh, open like this, and then kind of close them together for certain things, right? Um, so there's some ideas there that I'm trying to get as far as what I can do and have it really turn out badass. Because right now, I mean, it looks cool. I mean, to me, right now, simplicity, sometimes less is more, right? So I don't want to have too much, but I want to be able to have it where it looks great and people enjoy looking at it. Especially the saber hilts, even um, the beer stein that I have right here that my brother-in-law. I mean, that is freaking awesome. I can't thank my brother-in-law enough for buying, me a Vader's beer stein. Of course, I won't ever drink beer out of it, but um, it's a really cool piece to have. You know what? As a matter of fact, let me grab it so you guys can see it a little closer. So um, let's show you, get it a little closer so you can see some of the details on it, right? So here's you know some of the details that it has, right? And I mean the whole beer stein itself is just phenomenal. The way it's set up, right? And of course you got his ship right here on the top. I mean it looks pretty killer, right? So and there you go, so you can see the Fleet Sith collection. Yep, there you go. So and it opens up, and I can pull the paperwork out and all that stuff. So you see how it looks inside right there. Gives you instructions on handling it and stuff. But I'm not handling it too much. I'm not handling it too much because I want it to be, I want it to be, in pretty good shape. Well, it looks like I have to dust a little bit on it, but I'll grab it and get it taken care of, right, guys? Um, but man, oops, wow, these things kind of come out quick. So reflexes, fast reflexes. Got to have Jedi reflexes to catch those things when they fall. Oh my goodness, man, close to an hour. My God, been rambling on, rambling on. So, what do you guys design your hilts? Do you look for designs? What do you do when it's time for a saber? Huh? Do you Are you designing your own, or are you looking for designs, or kind of like in between? You look first, and then you're like, eh, I think I'm gonna try to design my own first, right? I love playing around with the designs from TCSS, all the different hilts that you could come up with from TCSS, right? and I've come up with some kind of interesting pieces and stuff that wouldn't fit together, right? You would not think that would fit together. But I tell you what, I'm gonna show you my dad's my dad's memory hilt, right? Two emitters together, right? Doesn't I mean it looks like they fit together, right? And I had them superimposed, you know, to put them together and then to um, bore it out so that it made one whole emitter right here. And it turned out pretty good. I mean, it took me about a week to really fit the design, the color that I wanted to come up with. Um, I really, really like the way it came out when I was designing it on the TCSS designer, hilt designer, and man, after seeing that, and I did several different kind of designs, right? Before really committing to this one, and of course this one is going to have the low profile box one on it, and let me see, where is one right now? Of course, I think I've been using the one from here to do my clamp cards lately, and do. Maybe you guys give me just a second here. Yeah, here we go. So then it'll fit like that, right? Uh, so and it makes it. I mean, it's pretty cool. It's pretty slick with the low profile emitter. I mean, box one, right? The low profile. I think the low profile really brings it out, though. I wanted to do the box one, and when I did the box one on it, I thought it was too big, and I wanted something smaller for this, right? I wanted something smaller for this. And when TCSS came out with the low profile emitter, I thought it blew me away. It blew me away. Um, excuse me, guys. Um, and so that's why it's on the very top tier right there. And that saber holder made by Cincy, man. I can't thank you enough, dude. And I'm gonna mention it every time. You may not want me to, but I have to, bro. I have to. I am like super proud of that. Super proud of it. And you know, Cincy should be super proud of that. He made it. You know, he did it, man. And he made it look pretty badass. He made it look pretty badass. And and it's little stuff like that that gets me excited about things, right? Little things like that make this hobby worthwhile. And but on top of all that, I've got some good people right here. I got some good people right here with me right now, right? Um, and that's what it's all about. It's about the friendship. It's about getting together and talk about what we love, what we like, and uh, that's what it's all about, man. And I totally enjoy that. I totally enjoy it. Um, and if you don't take time to enjoy the small stuff, are you really enjoying life? You know, I mean, are you really enjoying life if you don't take time to enjoy the small stuff? Because we move too fast, and I can't say that enough. Because in this world, what do we do? Right? We go to work, we get home late, we eat, we get ready for bed, go to work the next day, do it all over again, right? Maybe we'll have a couple minutes here and there for Saber stuff. If we're lucky, we get a couple of hours, right? Um, or if we're even luckier, if we're even luckier, maybe we get all day. Yeah, it just depends on what you got going on in life. But uh, but yeah, man. You got to find out what gets you stoked on these things, man. And any design that you can come up with yourself, and especially like Rob at Sword Sabers, Rock Sabers, geez, man, he's coming out with some pretty cool shit, man. If you check out some of his hilts on his website, man, and then all the if you've seen some of Meg too, some of his different hilts that he's produced himself, uh, I, there's all kinds of hilts to really is eye candy, right? Eye candy, man. Sabers are awesome, but you guys that have the vision and patience, Felicia, you're gonna get there too. I got you started on the path, so you're gonna get there too. I mean, um, so don't cut yourself short. Just you know, you'll get there. You're gonna have where you're gonna be listening to this one day, listening on the channel, or maybe even you're on the nature bike ride, right? You're gonna like look at a plant or a flower, and you're gonna like, ooh, that's gonna be for a saber. Weird things, man. Yeah, right, Z? You can do it too, right? I mean, you and you alone are the only person that is going to hold you back from those visions, Felicia. You know? You're the only person that can hold you back from those things. And you know what? If it don't work out, so what? Try again. Try again. It doesn't matter. You have time. You have time. Work on it. Get something small, something quick and easy at first, and build up from that. You know, I was on TCSS mixed matching parts for hours, for hours um, before I even thought about building a certain one hilt, right? And I thought to myself, can this be possible? Can I call them or text them, email them, and say, is this gonna work? Well, my dad's hilt, man, it came out. It worked out, right? So and again, so this hilt, right? I was going something totally different for this one. I mean, look at it. I mean, it's not much to really look at, right? I was going something totally different for this, and this one just kind of turned out like iffy, but this might be just my mess around saber type uh hilt, right? Um, but the emitter is like pretty badass. I still have to get this thing put on for at the back of there, right? So just even if you like one of the things that I was thinking of doing, and of course, you know how TCSS has the dent and scratch sale, right? Get some of that stuff and see what you can come up with. Um, the most things you might find two things that work really well together, and then you look on the site and you say, now that body would go good with these two things, right? And that's all it takes. Your imagination is endless on what you could come up with, and it's all you. It's all you, Mama. You have the vision as well. And whether you realize it or not, you know, those from what I understand, somebody who used to work in a hospital that the what do you call it, the IV bags, the pole that the IV bags on. I think like the hospital throws those out. Those are, pure aluminum stuff. You can get some of those and make part hilt parts out of those, right? This guy that finds found parts for Star Wars hilts has utilized some of those, and it's unbelievable with some of the stuff he's come up with. I mean, he's like he came up with those parts from the from the hospital, and then the plumbing parts, and then also some furniture parts and stuff, right? So it's like amazing what you can do, and you don't have to just stick to one kind of something. Like I said, your imagination can take you as far or as short as you want it to. Am I right, guys? Like Cincy and and Titan, yeah, um, doing your chassis, right? The chassis, um, the chassis design. You knew where you were going with certain things, right? You had an idea, but then you ran with a certain this and a certain that, and you took little parts, and it came all together. So like I said, you are only limited by what you think you can do. And if you think you can move a mountain, guess what, Mama? You can move a mountain. It doesn't matter if it's unmovable in your mind's eye. If it's movable, it's going to be moved. Whether, physically, spiritually, emotionally, whatever, it doesn't matter. You are in control of that. You are in control how you want to do things. And nobody can tell you what how to do this or how to do that in terms of what you want to do for design. You design it the way you want it to. Just like Cinzy, just like Titan, just like, everybody else out there who is designing their own hilts. Nobody's telling them to design just one certain way, right? Now, granted that you have some people that take designs that are not theirs and incorporate it to other stuff, but who knows if they have permission or not? And then, there's certain companies that actually didn't have permission to do certain things, and that wasn't cool. But at the same time, they thought they could get away with it and not have any consequences. So, you got to just do your homework on certain things as well. Make sure that you're not, trying to take somebody's work and, keep it for yourself, because there's that ugly side of this hobby. You'll have some people, shady people, and we got to give credit to those who busted their ass and did their things the right way. So, cheers to them, right? Cheers to the makers who's done their right job the right way and all that good stuff. Um, so, well, hmm, what can I say? What can I say as far as those hilt designs go? I mean, there is such unlimited imagination in people that uh, I love to see the new designs come out. And we see all these different companies that come out with the same kind of, hilt designs as well, and they have it a different name, because they have to. It's cool, it's okay. But when there is sabers that are unique to um, your personality or somebody else's personality, but comes out, that it's maybe you are compatible with that person as a friend or whatever, right? It could be part. Let's see. Z says, my Sifu said that the mind always controls the body, not the other way around. And your greatest enemy and challenge and your own greatest ally and champion. It's all a matter of perspective. Absolutely, Z. Absolutely. For a certain point of view. Chad, what up, man? How you doing? Glad you made it to the channel, bro. Glad you made it in. I came a little bit late, bro. But hey, I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're here, man. Awesome, awesome. Glad you came in, dude. Chet, we're get you kind of up to speed, man. We're talking about what gets your motor going as far as hilt designs. Like, do you design your own hilt, or you look for hilt designs in different companies? Do you draw your hilt designs? Do you basically research hilt designs and then come up with something different? What what gets the creative juices flowing when you're looking at a hilt or even trying to design a hilt. That's what tonight's you know chat is about. I want to get, like I was saying, everybody get in their heads and find out what gets them excited about the hilts that they're either buying, designing, looking at, maybe even looking at certain parts of hilts. Um, so that's the discussion for tonight, chat. So uh, I'm not sure. Do you design? Do you buy straight up? Do you create your own hilts? How is your process in attaining a hilt go? So that's tonight's discussion. That is tonight's discussion. I don't really design any hills. My design creativity goes into the chassis to, to be had. Okay, the chassis, huh? Now, actually, have you messed around with TCSS hilt design page? Like, have you come up, like, have you kind of played around with it a little bit and decide like, hey, ooh, like I can do a chassis for this type of hilt or this kind of combination and come up with something kind of cool? Have you done that before or not really? Or you just straight up, okay, Saberforge has this particular hilt. I'm gonna go ahead and design the chassis for it, right? And and go from there. Uh, so, um, so you are you really the kind that just go ahead and looks for already built hilt designs on websites and stuff, and then make your chassis from that point? Is that your creative design that way? So that's where we're getting into the creativity of saber hilt building or even the internals building. It's all good. Every bit of it, every build of it, because it's all part. It's all part of the hilt. So I am not dismissing any creativity in terms of even what's inside or outside of the hilt. Um, we're trying to get into the discussion of what gets you excited in terms of hilt design, and even if it's chassis design, right? So since you do chassis, chat, chat, excuse me, I'm so sorry. Eventually, I would like to get a group of people and we'll talk about chassis design in general. So I would love to get all of smugglers on, plus you and or even a few other people, kind of like in a big discussion with chassis design, with um, you know, uh, different processes of chassis making and so forth. Maybe the different types of machines that they use, different kinds of Cindy, I know you don't want to be on, man. So um, it's all good, brother. It's all good. But you're gonna be in the chat, so that'll be even better, man. So that you can kind of chime in when we get that going, because your chassis system looks amazing, just the same, right? As any of those guys as well. So, and we really want to include you in terms of chassis designing, because when I saw your video and you showcased my clamp card on your Saber, man, thank you. That was really cool, man. That was really cool. Um, let's see. You remember Leia's older Legends hilt? You can come up with her hilt with TCSS parts. Yeah. Uh huh. Her old design. Yeah. And so the there's never just one part of saber making, right? And that gets people excited. It's not just the emitter. It's just not. It's not just the body. It's not just the speakers and not just the chassis. I mean, it's the whole package together. But you have to start somewhere and get your engine going, one wheel, two wheels at a time. I mean, just get it moving, get it going, right? So the process of coming up with the final product, that's the exciting part. I mean, because you see a part, you're like, ooh, I got some new buttons, or I got a new clamp card, or I got a new emitter, or new body, or you know, shoot, maybe even shrouds, right? So shroud seems to be like the thing coming in where people are putting shroud over, you know, maybe two or three shrouds on a saber. And that's just, yeah, yeah, it fathoms me, man, because the creativity is out there. It is just out there, and you see it every day in new hilts and new hilt designs. Um, so that it's just amazing to see. And now that we're getting better technology as well, you couldn't ask for better as well, because now that I think the technology is finally caught up to what it really should be at in terms of sound quality, in terms of light distribution quality, the lighting, the electronics, the guts, everything together is all really good, right? So guys, let me go ahead. I'm gonna end the show right here, right now. I'm gonna go spend a little bit more time with my daughter. Um, so chat, man, I'm so sorry to cut it short. I was telling everybody that I was late on the show because my daughter came into town just tonight, so she'll be here for a week, and I'm gonna go spend a little time with her, man. So, guys, I hope you all enjoyed tonight's show, and if you guys, for those of you who are gonna watch later on, who are new to the channel and watching the channel, you can also check this video out and other videos at Mundo Cabrera 7007. That's my YouTube channel on there. You can also email me at e_Cabrera CABRERAIII at yahoo.com. Hit me up if you guys want to have some input on if you guys want to have some input on some future episodes on what you guys want to talk about. Give me an email, give me a call, give me a text, whatever, and let me know, man, because you know what? This show is about you guys as well, right? This show is about you guys as well. And I would love to hear from what kind of things you want in terms of Saber stuff going on. Um, I really don't do any hilt reviews. Um, there's so many out there, there's so many hilt reviews that it would be kind of pointless for me to do it because it'd be just one more for somebody to watch. Right? Chuck, how you doing, Chuck? Yeah, man. I'm fixing to close it out, but man, I'm glad you stopped by, dude. Um, so you can check out the vid later on, man. I was just telling everybody before I took off was that if there's something on this show that you would love to talk about saber wise, I put my email and my other YouTube channel, which is at Mundo Cabrera 7007. For past videos if you haven't checked them out. Also, like I said, like and subscribe for the new people who haven't yet. If you like coming in, I like to do live, and for a couple of reasons. One, you can't edit real life, man. Uh, a lot of people do vids where they edit their vids, and there's nothing wrong with that. It makes them look professional and everything like that. I want to interact with people with problems, whatever. You know, the live feels like we are sitting across on the table and talking and having a good time. Like I said, you can't edit live, and I feel that when we're doing live, even if there's problems, so forth happening, we're still interacting, and it's all good because we're sitting together at the table, drinking, talking, all that good stuff. Um, However, I want to keep it positive. I want to keep it happy. You know, if there's anything that you guys feel that what's going through the Saber stuff at the moment, we can talk about it, right? We can really talk about it, and uh, didn't see need to comment. You guys are great. Oh well, thanks, Chuck. Man, I appreciate it. I want you guys to feel comfortable, on here. I don't want anybody to feel like they don't have a say so, they don't have anything to say. If you're listening on, that's cool. If you want to chime in on something, that's cool. I want everybody to feel comfortable coming to the channel and talking sabers and other stuff on different saber hilt designs, whatever. If you, whatever goes into saber making. So um, let me know, guys. Let me know in the chats and text me or whatever. Get a hold of me. Hey, say Mundo. Let's talk about this. So any ideas that you guys have, bring them on, man. Bring them on, and we'll talk it out. I'll make sessions out of it, man. And we're gonna keep this Mundo ball running for as long as we can possibly. Who knows how long it'll even last? I'm probably hoping for years, many years, and hopefully it'll get bigger and bigger and better, and we'll have a lot more fun, right? And of course, I'm gonna have a lot more guests on the channel and stuff too. So I'm working on getting some different guests out. So uh, for now, guys, I bid you good night. Y'all have a blessed evening. Mundo loves y'all. Good night. Peace. Mundo out. And it is.